Hi. Hmm. Forgive me, bear with me. I'm not I'm not exactly sure where this is going to go. It's Monday, January 26th, 2026. And I don't know, I haven't said anything specifically about what's happened in the state next door. Um, First off, I get so hot, like I'll start swearing, and that does no good. Like I swear a lot. My channel's so small. Anyway, but that being said, just because I'm small doesn't mean I don't have an obligation. I am aware, just like you, just like all of us. We don't have to be uh, on the front lines to be aware. We're aware. I'm worried too. What? I'm worried. Sorry, I should finish my thought, right? Because people aren't mind readers. If I start crying, I won't stop. So I can't. I won't. But I think of their parents. Anyway, my heart is thinking of them. So, if you are like me, several states away from any, and you're thinking, what can you do? You can help your friends and your neighbors. You can call them, your reps, call your friends and neighbors, but then take your anger out on your representatives because that's where it belongs. That's who deserves to hear it. Uh, Leadership is MIA. They're just allowing all this to happen. Business and industry, I would beg you to boycott every last thing. Every last thing. Yeah, get down to the bare minimum. You got a roof over your head, the water's on, bar of soap, put food in your belly. They're all going to fancy dinners. The Tim Cooks and the Bill Gates, while all this is happening. Subscriptions, cable TV. I'd get rid of cable TV. I mean, I have already, but that's an easy one. You could, you're paying a whole lot of money to watch commercials that big corporate interests have paid considerable amount of money to run, and then they mostly write that off as an operating cost anyway. So, the soda, I could probably write a thesis on the number of ways you've already paid for it. And then they have the balls to charge you again. Let's stop drinking that. No more eating out. It has to be every last thing. Omar is complaining about potholes. Can you grow your own food? Some of it? Can you take and make an earnest effort? Anything, anything extra that you don't have to pay for. It's one less thing. What can you make from scratch? They're all complicit. All of them. I'm sorry, I want to try and provide something uplifting, and I can't, right? Like, who can right now? That's very difficult. And plus, I feel obligated to speak the truth. There's a lot of hateful people, and they don't care. This doesn't have anything to do with immigration. They don't care. They're just so goddamn hateful and violent. They want to terrorize all of us. You know that's the point of all this, right? They don't care who they hurt, whose lives they take, the parents they leave behind, the children they leave behind, picking up little kids. Despair is a weapon. And you know, we have to be wary of it. We have to be aware of it and not give in. You need to turn that into fuel somehow. Oh, really? Instead, we all do. I do. More. I'm racking my brain. What more can I do? It needs to be a mass economic boycott, mass. It all has to go. We need a protest every weekend. And I know there's some older folks, and shit, man, we're in such a state. There are folks who are unhoused and they're in their cars, and the weather is the way that it is. The place is a mess. Anyway, there's older people in my life who are scared. They're scared. They're scared to protest in their own hometown. That's silly. We're not on the front lines. You can protest. It's your community, right? I know where I live, which is, for me, a double-edged sword. But the truth is, I know everybody around me, and they know me. They know me. And it keeps you, like, what are they going to do? I suppose there's a fear that the geese in their boots are going to disappear people. But what am I trying to say, man? Like, that's a tactic. You can't fall for it. You need to get out, and you need to boycott. You have to. And when people say something to you, you say something back to them. Lately, they're a lot less mouthy around us anymore, but also, anyway, I I hesitate to say that people are changing minds or whatever, but it's a mess out there. So nobody can say this is awesome, great. They're wrong. And you have every right to tell them. You have every right to call your congressman and tell them to do more. Do something. Something. Are they even at work today? Do they even enter the building? Do they even bother to show up? But there's no point in funding anything. But nobody's showing up. Also, speaking of, redundancies, I don't think a single American has any idea how many law enforcement agencies there are in this country and how many do we actually need, quite frankly. So, speaking of redundancy, the most recent one hired is the first one fired. I don't think we need that. We don't need that. We don't need that in our lives. We don't need to pay for that either. What are all the other ones doing? Anyway, I don't just know. I don't have my head in the sand. I'm here. I'm going to keep doing what I can. You hang in there. I'm doing my damnedest. I'll talk to you later.